First of all, I would like to congratulate Lower Austria and Governor Pröll for taking the initiative in gathering the signatories of regions covering 3/4 of the entire EU population. Regions now given their strong support for what we see needs to be in the future as well, one of the major instruments in the EU policy, the regional territorial dimension, the cohesion policy. This initiative couldn't be more timely given the number of unprecedented challenges facing Europe today. Both the President of the European Commission and the President of the Council are quite right in calling on all of us, the EU institutions, national governments, regions and cities, and citizens as well, to reflect on the sort of Europe we want for the future. The priority of the European Committee of the Regions is very clear. We need to invest for jobs and growth, sustainable growth and creating new jobs. We need to reduce regional inequality. We need to create sustainable communities. We need better, simpler regulation. We need to show that the European Union brings together benefits to the lives of every citizen. This is why the EU funding of 352 billion euros for regional financing, 1/3 of the whole EU budget committed until 2020, is so important. And this investment triggers much more. That's what we are doing more and more in Europe today. We need to have different financing instruments and create synergy in using those. For instance, we know that for the last program period, 2007-2013, every euro invested in cohesion policy generated or will generate 2.74 euros latest by 2023. That's a certain prognosis calculations that the Commission has done. So this is really a valuable investment, and if we compare that with the cohesion funding, so it means that 1 trillion euro will be the outcome of this. And the impact as well, impact on creating 1 million new jobs. So we must be no doubt that cohesion policy is worth every cent and therefore must continue to be the key pillar in driving economic, social and territorial cohesion within the EU. Ladies and gentlemen, I very much welcome this initiative and all of you, the commitment on the Declaration on the Future of Cohesion. Let me please highlight only one dimension of it, which I'm sure will be stressed by many contributors today. I personally believe very strongly that cohesion policy should support both lagging behind and the stronger regions. We need more of the European partnerships. We need the stronger cities, more advanced regions, universities to collaborate strongly, create European partnerships with those which have not reached the same level. And we need to look globally, what can we do on the global competitiveness. Yesterday, World Economic Forum announced its ranking of competitiveness, and among the 10 best, we have 5 regions, five countries from EU. Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, UK, Finland. And that's good to know that we need to do more of that kind of collaboration where we take some good solutions and the latest knowledge out of those countries and apply that throughout the Europe. apply that to the local culture, which does not mean that we transfer the solutions as such, but we need to have the local strong commitment on finding the way how to do that. As the leaders of European cities and regions, we are the front line dealing with these new challenges, including the refugee crisis, regional disparities, climate change, border instability, populism, terrorism, to name a few. No one needs to convince us how crucial a stronger cohesion policy is for solving these problems. But if we are to create a better and stronger Europe, we need to open and be more open to change. Cohesion policy needs positive reform to make it more efficient, more result-oriented and simpler. We must speed up the implementation of the current ESIF programs and better communicate the results. This means that the European Commission, when now doubling the investment funds under the Juncker plan, can do much more than so far. We must all be open to different sources of investments, and we need increase especially the capacity of creating more higher quality projects, combine different interests of funding to different targets so that it really creates the added value, creates new jobs. So it's not anymore only investing to build a house or a road, but it's really much more complex investment targets, and through them we can integrate the innovation and latest knowledge dimension to these investments. We are also currently drafting an opinion on the future of cohesion policy. I'm therefore very pleased that the rapporteur, my colleague Michael Snyder, has agreed to moderate today's discussions. I'm very sure that you all participants, you as well, will provide him with valuable insights in the presentation of his opinion. I wish today's event every success and have no doubt the declaration to be presented to the leaders of EU institutions later this afternoon will create considerable momentum towards achieving this shared objective. Now let me pass the floor to, I would say, to the architect of this precious initiative, the Governor of Lower Austria, Governor Erin Pröll. The floor is now yours. Thank you very much.